Today in the Daily Dose, the Donner Party. The weather sweet spot for pioneers bound for California was mid to late April, but as ill fate would have it, the Donner Party, led by wealthy brothers Jacob and George Donner, failed to leave Independence, Missouri until May the 12th, giving them the dubious distinction of being the last major pioneer train of the 1846 season. "I am beginning to feel alarmed at the tardiness of our movements," one of the immigrants wrote, "and fearful that winter will find us in the snowy mountains of California." Most California-bound pioneers headed north through Idaho after reaching Wyoming, before turning south across Nevada. But the Donner brothers had fallen for a route proposed by a dishonest guidebook author named Lansford Hastings, who bragged of a shorter route across the Wasatch Mountains and the Salt Lake Desert. Despite the fact that no one had yet traveled the Hastings cutoff with wagons, the 20 wagons of the Donner Party set out for the cutoff, even after mountain man James Kleiman warned against such a divergence. For the brothers' arrogance or ignorance, the decision would add nearly a month to the wagon train's journey west. By early November 1846, the Donner Party reached the perilous slopes of the Sierra Nevada mountains, a scant 100 miles from their intended destination, until an early blizzard stalled them in their tracks, forcing a retreat to Truckee Lake to ride out the winter in a ramshackle assembly of tents and hastily constructed cabins. A month into their encampment, on December 16, 1846, 15 able-bodied men strapped on homemade snowshoes and set out for help, only to wander aimlessly over the frozen landscape until they collapsed from starvation. After several in the party died of natural causes, the remaining men took to cannibalism, which allowed 7 to make it to a ranch in California where they organized rescue efforts that wouldn't commence until February of 1847. The last to be rescued was Prussian pioneer Louis Keseberg, who was located in April, half mad and surrounded by the cannibalized remains of his former associates. Of the 81 pioneers who were forced to winter at Truckee Lake, 45 eventually walked out alive. The Donner brothers would lose their wives and 4 children for their poor decision-making, and of the dozen families that made up the wagon train, only 2, the Reeds and the Breens, managed to arrive into California without suffering a single fatality. And there you have it, the Donner Party's bad winter at Truckee Lake. Today on the Daily Dose. If you like learning something new every day, subscribe to the Daily Dose on YouTube, or sign up for emails at dailydosenow.com.